A summer breeze enveloped the quiet resort town, filling the air with freshness and the aroma of the sea. In such an atmosphere, it seemed that time stood still, and the heart came to life with every breath. In this secluded corner of the earth, two people met, Emily and David, whose lives once collided. Emily was a free soul, hungry for new adventures and experiences. She walked along the seashore, shrouded in dreams of the boundless freedom that only a summer adventure can give. Suddenly, her attention was drawn to a melody floating in the air, as if calling her to it. David, a young musician, played the violin on the shore, drowning in music and trying to express his deepest feelings through sounds. His soul burned with the fire of passion for music, but his heart was burdened with the heavy burden of the past. Like a whirlwind of passion, they collided with each other, as if destined for this meeting. Emily drew David into the world of her fantasies and dreams, giving him moments of freedom that he so needed. In response, David brought Emily into his musical world, where every note meant much more than just a sound. But their idyllic summer was marred by inevitable problems. David's past was knocking on his heart, and Emily found herself drawn into a whirlwind of events that could destroy their happiness. Emily and David were carried away by passion and love, absorbed in a whirlwind of emotions and sensations that made them forget about everything around them. Their meetings became more and more intense, like a blazing fire that knew no boundaries or restrictions. However, over time, cracks began to appear in their relationship. Emily began to notice strange deviations in David's behavior, mysterious calls, unexplained absences, and suspicious excuses. She felt that something was wrong, but did not want to admit it to herself. One day, while scrolling through her phone, Emily came across a photo that made her world fall apart. The photo was of David, hugging a woman so tenderly and passionately that Emily felt her heart break into pieces. It was a revelation that brought her out of illusion and threw her into the world of cruel reality. David was married. Fear, pain, and anger filled Emily as she realized that everything she believed was a lie. She felt betrayed and used, like an empty shell abandoned to her fate. But the main thing she realized was that the trust she had placed in David had crumbled, leaving only the ruins of broken dreams and hopes. In the depths of her disappointment, Emily tried to find an explanation for what had happened. She replayed every word, every touch, trying to figure out if there was something real in their relationship or if it was just an illusion. She felt like a traitor, embarrassed that she could be so blind and naive. However, over time, a new fire of determination ignited within her. Emily decided she wouldn't let this disappointment get her down. She realized that her strength was not measured by what other people said or did to her, but by how she chose to respond to those problems. Determined to distance herself from the pain and bitterness, Emily focused on her inner healing. She began to understand that true strength lies in forgiving both herself and David. Ultimately, she realized that her own happiness should not depend on what happens in other people's lives. So Emily gradually overcame her pain and disappointment by turning to friends and family for support. She began to value herself and her independence, opened up new horizons and prospects. And although the wound from David's betrayal remained, she began to glow with the bright light of hope for a future where she had only her own rules and opportunities. After Emily decided to take control of her life, she gradually began to recover from her disappointment. She devoted all her energy to work, striving to reach new heights in her career. Every day she found the strength to get up and move forward, even when it seemed impossible. In her professional endeavors, Emily found not only solace, but also a passion for creativity. She began to grow as a professional, creating unique works and receiving recognition from colleagues and the public. Her work began to radiate strength and emotional depth that reflected her own experiences and growth as a person. During her inner and outer journey, Emily met new people who brought a fresh wind of change and new opportunities into her life. She discovered that she always had loyal friends and family who supported her in difficult times and rejoiced in her successes. Every day, Emily realized that past disappointments were just lessons on her path to self-discovery and happiness. She learned that true strength does not lie in avoiding pain, but in pushing through it and becoming stronger through the experience. Emily eventually found the courage to forgive David and let go of the past, opening new horizons for her own happiness and success. Her story has become a symbol that even after the most difficult trials, life can be filled with hope, love, and opportunity.